This person emailed me their palms with a couple of questions. This is their email. Feel free to pause it and read, but I'll just give you the basics here. This person is penniless at the moment and would like some insights into what their palms say about their future. So that's about the size of it. This person is female, 40. She's age 40, and she is currently penniless. Now you know as much as me. Everything else I'm going to tell you about this person is from her hands alone. We've got some pretty clear images here. I'm getting a good amount of information from the skin ridge patterns. That's always nice. So to get an understanding as to who this person is, the palms are certainly rectangular. They're no doubt long. What about the fingers? The length of the Saturn finger it's not quite as long as 7/8 of the palm's length, so we have short fingers. So this is a fire hand, and because there's not much in it, there's certainly some watery elements. So now, a water and a fire hand, there's a lot of duality here. There's a lot of potentially inner turmoil, steam, a tumultuous kind of inner combustion. Both fire and water types are sensitive. And so, that goes without saying with this person. The little finger is long, as well as the headline. The headline on both hands is long, and the arc as well. Both these things combined suggest high intellect. The thumb is low set, and it's also long. It reaches past up to the halfway mark of the third phalanx of Jupiter. This is a deep thinker. They are creative, they're intelligent, they're a deep thinker, they're constantly fluid in their thoughts. And I have to say, the first thing I picked up on when I looked at this palm instantly, which is only moments before I began this video, is that the Jupiter finger is short on the right hand, but it's long on the left. What does that tell us? This person had confidence, but they've now lost it. What's happened to them for them to have reduced their self-confidence? Their self-esteem has reduced. You can even see where the first phalanx of Jupiter ends. It's halfway on the second phalanx of Saturn, whereas here, it's 2/3 of the way up. This is a significant difference here. And normally you can trace this back to something that's occurred in childhood. And the two main differences between the heartline, where we're looking at sort of emotional stability, the kind of framework that can be damaged, we can see the differences, the clear differences here. The heartline on the right hand rises up. Now the right hand is what's physical, it's what's practical, it's material, it's what's on the outside, it's external. The left hand here shows us what's internal, and the clear differences here. We've got a branch reaching across Jupiter, and as it does, it reaches down and sort of crashes into the lifeline. At the age of around about 10 here, you can see an island on the lifeline on the right hand as well. So environmentally, practically, this was an extremely difficult time as well. But emotionally, this created turmoil, upset, and it is, I believe, caused this person to have reduced confidence over time. Inherently, this person was born with a good amount of self-worth and confidence. But whatever happened to her around about the age of 10, and actually 10 was this kind of the middle point for that. This was a period of a few years that really hurt. But 10 was right in the middle of it all. So it's actually 5 right up to the age of about 18 or so. 10 just, fits right in the middle of this. Mercury on the right hand veers ever so slightly further away as well, and that has some bearing on this as well. Mercury is how we express ourselves, and when we go through trauma as a child, this can have an impact on how we communicate, how we express, how we hold ourselves, how we think about ourselves, how we feel in terms of self-worth as well. So when we look at this heartline here and how it travels across Jupiter, notice how it kind of forms a bit of an island just here as it crosses Jupiter. This is a highly idealistic person. And this heartline as well, it's long and it's strong and it's got a great arc to it as well. This is someone who has been, badly hurt by this event and has, as a result, kind of retracted a little bit and is not quite as trusting anymore. Part of the reason why I say that is because of this gap, is because of the Jupiter finger being shorter, and it's also because of the space in between the headline and the heartline. On the right hand, it's narrower than on the left. The heartline here shows me potential inherited cardiac issues here. Actually, it's more likely lung issues, more likely breathing issues, water hands, and although I have stated this is a fire hand with watery elements, the more I see water here, actually, and it's very typical for water hands to have, they're more prone to breathing, lung issues, autoimmune diseases, and throat issues particularly as well. So this is more likely a breathing issue of some sort. So anyway, getting back to their history, at 18 they really said, okay, enough's enough, I'm pulling myself out of this. We can see the lifeline as it creates an ambition line up onto Jupiter, this need to rise out of their situation. They first of all bettered themselves in terms of academic skills, their learning, their language, their reading and writing, their understanding of, I think, music. I feel for some reason this person is likely in some way musically talented. I wonder if they actually have a voice of some sort, but now they feel they can't. There's a real feeling that they no longer have a feeling that they can achieve anymore. This is not true. This person, I have to say, had a good understanding around what it was that they could do and how to achieve that. They had their idea of their abilities was in line with their ego. There was balance here, and now it's just all fallen out of sync. This person has been crushed somehow by likely recent events as well. This person has talent, exceptional creativity. That's noted by the headline, the curve of it. Also, look at the fate line as well. Notice how this rises out from very low down into lunar, a place of deep and dark, mysterious, murky subconscious depths. This person is highly in tune with their abstract way of thinking and likely wished to have a career in the limelight in some way, a career with an audience, a career in a creative industry. And now that career shift, because I say shift, it has shifted. On the right hand, notice how the career line or the fate line, it begins in a completely different place altogether. There's a sort of pull and influence here from lunar that strikes at the beginning of this person's fate, and it looks to obstruct what was, the cards they were dealt here. So I'm wondering if this person moved when they were quite young, and this really threw them off and affected what was set out for them. Now in their mid to late 20s there was a sort of a secondary career goal here, a hobby, an interest they wanted to turn into something lucrative, and this was cut off. The opportunity to make this work for some reason wasn't possible. We can see on the lifeline, this is where that occurs on the lifeline. And you can see an island as well developing at that point as well. There's a great deal of stress around this time. In any case, the primary career path, their journey, their purpose, continues on. And as it does, as it reaches towards the headline, when we get to the age of 35, the career line, it thins out. It becomes weaker. Now, this person has already said that they are penniless at the moment, and they are, what age did they say they were? They are 40 years old. So just after this, so as a guideline, as a ballpark in palmistry, where the fate line continues on from the headline and rises up towards the lifeline, we have the age of 35, and where it meets the heartline is 53. So in between this time, you've got roughly the age of about 40 years old. This is where this person is in their life's path at the moment. So that's right here. Now, notice how, as I say, the career line here kind of peters out, becomes thinner. And as it does, we've got this island here as well on the headline. So we've got some real stress, real strain around trying to manage things at this time. And the fate line here, it actually looks non-existent almost after 35. And it kind of starts up again a few years later, but it's still very weak. It's on the weak side. So here's where we are now. Now, in a few years' time, there will be a real strengthening of this career. Things will start to stir up again in terms of income, the ability to make money. But the good news is that around about now, in fact, notice the sun line here. It is, you can read the sun line, the Apollo line, alongside the fate line. You can read it directly alongside it. So we can see that at this age, at around about the age of 40, the success for this person is building. So that although they might not be making a good amount of money, and for the next couple of years it might be a little bit difficult in terms of paying the bills, their path of success is growing. The roots of their success is growing at this time. Even so, whatever it is they're doing at the moment, if it's their hobby, if it's an interest they have, perhaps they have a sideline project which maybe they don't feel all that confident about. It is worthwhile pursuing. It's worthwhile putting your energy into this. These are the roots of your success, and it is working. Notice the heart line here, along with the success, it's forming this sort of triangle underneath Apollo. Now, although this is not a fully isolated marking, it is significant because from this triangle, success is growing. This is key. Now, as I've said, this is not an isolated triangle on Apollo, so it's not as profound, it's not as special, it's not as unique, but it is still significant because it still does lend towards the meaning of a real sort of understanding of their art, of their creative abilities. They are learning to master what it is that they are good at, and I am certain that is in some sort of creative field. And they are learning it to a standard of a scientific ability almost. And it is this that is going to really propel them into success later on in life. And when I say later on, I mean it's just a few years, it's just around the corner. Things are going to start looking up for this person. Now, it's not necessarily money, but success. It's coming. It's coming for them, and they will be much happier. There will be more opportunities that come with this. They will be able to express themselves. There will be a lot of more peace and prosperity. It's really going to open up doors for them. And really, expression actually here is key, because although they might be having money troubles, I feel like the biggest issue for this person is actually coming to terms with and understanding the trauma, dealing with this trauma that they had as a child. Their path, their journey, the route towards expressing themselves really might well help with understanding this issue that they have yet to work through. And this expression, I feel it's going to coincide partially with a move later on in life. I feel that they are going to move abroad. There's going to be some sort of foreign settlement. And this is really going to, again, open up doors for this person. It's going to allow them to see new perspective, experience new things, and open up this pathway to expression. I really do see a great amount of talent here. And I want to reassure this person that they're a catch in terms of employability, as well as a life partner. That I think they are extremely hard on themselves, and I feel like you need to stop beating yourself up. You're a truly gifted person. Others will see this. Keep doing what you're doing, love what you're doing, and through this, people will begin to see your worth. And once people see your worth, you'll be a little bit more able to love yourself as well. I'd like you to be able to do that sooner rather than later. And truly, once you have mastered this ability to love yourself a bit more, then everything will open up. All of the opportunities will come. So whatever it is, your creative love, whatever it is, keep doing it. Whether it's writing, whether it's music, singing, whether you're painting, I don't know what I feel like it's more likely that last one. Keep at it. It's going to work. The road for you is long and slow, but it is inevitable. There is success on the horizon, there is peace, and there is happiness. And later on, there will even be more than one income. If you can, avoid milk. It gums up the arteries. Milk, cow's milk, it's even used in industrial glues. That's how thickening, that's how strong it is as an adhesive. Imagine what it does to our arteries. For this person, I feel it's imperative that they avoid milk. Stress, I mean, you can say that to anyone, but it's quite important for this person as well. I think this person has quite a strong affinity for nature and actually meditating by calm, still waters, natural environments, walks among trees, particularly by a river, would do this person a world of good. Avoid temptations. There may be some sort of temptation at the age of 42, 43. It's not worth it. Stick to the straight and narrow. If it seems too good to be true, it is. As I say, your road is long and it's slow, and you will get there. You will achieve what you're meant to. It's going to happen. But it won't happen until you can open yourself up and express, and that won't happen until you can learn to work through your previous traumas and really love yourself. So I hope that all makes sense, and I hope you found some value from what I've said, and I hope others have learned from this as well. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you on the next one.